Alright, looks like we're live. Welcome. Tonight we're going to be playing Underwater Jam. This is an older one. This jam comes from the distant year of 2018, which feels like a lifetime ago. I believe back then I was playing like PUBG and Overwatch a whole bunch. So definitely a blast from the past now. It's almost 10 years out. And yeah, this is one of those older jams that, like, it's kind of interesting to see the evolution of jams. I've played quite a few older jams, like going all the way back to like 2012, 2014. Jams then, like, there's just definitely a lot of things to take for granted these days. Like having a start map, right? Like jams back then, like a start map wasn't always commonplace. You would just have like 10 maps and you just have to like load them up manually. Whereas now you have every jam has a start map. It's just kind of a common thing, right? Similarly, jams back then didn't all use like copper or Prog's Dump or Arcane Dimensions, Alkaline, etc. There's like a whole bunch of just random little mod packs. Like this one, this Underwater Jam features, what is it? This is built on extras. Prog's Extras is what this is built on, I think is what it's called. Or maybe it's just called Extras. It's like a few new features and 2 new enemies, an eel and a hydra. And it's just like, okay, there was just so many like random mods back in the day that just had like 1 enemy or 2 enemies and a new weapon. And it was all just kind of silly. I'm glad that a lot of this has become like standardized a little bit. Anyways, there are 9 maps here, and like I said, these are just water themed. Underwater theme levels. There's a few names here that I actually do recognize, so it should be interesting to see these maps. Anyways, let's get started. Find a list of the map names, and we're just gonna go alphabetically, I guess. Have a better way of doing this. Oh, this is cool. There's like a squid. The squid even turns around. Look at that. This is cool. I like going down this. It's like a tech base, like an underwater tech base. This is very cool looking. The ocean, like the kind of deep ocean, is actually like a really good setting for. Let me select the stream here. There we go. The underwater, like deep sea is like a great setting for Quake. Obviously, kind of the deep ocean is very heavily, I guess, associated with like Lovecraftian themes. A lot of Lovecraft stuff takes place in the ocean, so kind of a perfect fit. What in the world is going on here? That was a cool little scene. These guys were like going crazy. Is this door? Oh, the lattice. Okay, I guess this mod has ladders. That's kind of neat. We have a valve puzzle. Go over here. See who counters a secret. Good question. There's our second valve. All these dead rangers in here. Look at this. It's surprisingly moody for a Quake map. I like it. That was a cool door. Like a nice little like Yeah, these doors are pretty cool. Little double doors here. Oh, look at these water effects. Those look really nice. I mean, there's like a couple different, like, there's some like trickery going on here, but that looks like really nice for Quake engine. Got like the little rings of water shooting out, and then you got like the water shooting out of the pipe. It's great. This is a surprisingly good map. Okay, so that's all electric. I feel like this took a lot of inspiration from Half-Life. Like a lot of inspiration from Half-Life. Oh, nice. Yeah, that turned off the lights. I mean, this is just like that one room from Office Complex. You ever played the original Half-Life? There's that one room. It's actually Gabe Newell's office. It's like chaos theory, scheduled chaos theory. Ah, I fucked that up. Yeah, it's Gabe Newell's office is he works in scheduled chaos theory, and then his that room is like filled with water. And there's like a broken light. You have to like turn the light off, or otherwise the water is electrocuted. Oh wow, look at that. I'm just gonna wait for the suit to run out. There's that eel. There's just like a... Ooh, I don't know if we're actually gonna go out there, or if that's just a set piece. You have some armor. Anything else up here? No. I feel like the knight maybe should have spawned down here, or maybe have like a jump trigger so that he gets down. The thing about Quake is that there's no fall damage, so in a situation like that, there's really no reason to not just like jump all the way down. I would have just spawned the Death Knight down here, or again had just like a jump trigger so that if you're down here, he just jumps off at you, so that if you're getting stuck up there. Wait, are we gonna... Oh my god, we're going for a submarine ride? Oh my god, this map has everything, dude. What the hell? We're going for a little submarine ride into the sunken temple or whatever this is. This is incredible. This reminds me of this reminds me kind of Halo 2. Halo 2 has a little like elevator that goes in the water like this. A little underwater ride. This is really impressive, very atmospheric for a Quake map. I mean, this is just like a simple platform, but there's like so many little details here that are really selling the trickery. Can you even... Oh, you can't even really go in the water either. Oh, this is kind of awkward. Okay, I guess here we go. Grenade launcher. Oh shit. Here are those eels. Oh my god, I'm getting sucked away. The current is kind of pushing me along here. What a really unique way to have this map evolve. I've seen a lot of Quake maps over the years that, you know, you do like the whole, you start off in like a tech base and then you kind of move your way into the Elder World, let's call it, you know. Creepy castles and kind of strange eldritch places, right? You know, typical Quake stuff. And most maps just do that through the slipgate, right? You go through the slipgate and you end up in the Quake world. This map does it via submarine ride, which is very cool, very unique. Oh, the water's draining in here now? This is awesome. This is such a good map. Look at this fiend, if I can stop her whiffing grenades. This is very impressive. It's a shame that this isn't like its own release. This is such a good map. I guess I might not have found it if it was its own release. Alright. Yeah, we have like a complete, completely new theme in here. That, oh, okay, there we go. That was maybe a little too easy. Typical, like, door problem there. I mean, not really so much a door problem, I just wish that, I don't know, maybe, because the thing I don't like about that encounter is it was sort of a classic situation of just like backing up and funneling all the enemies into this door, where I would have rather fought them in this room. Maybe don't have the Shambler here. Maybe kind of save him, like teleport him in, like once I'm already fighting the knights. Also, I do realize it's very silly giving feedback on a map from 2018. I don't even know if this author still maps anymore. I like these destructibles. Pretty cool. Get up here. Did I miss anything? No. Like little sunken pass. Oh wow. Okay, so the way to get out, you have to have the box ride. There's a lot of, I feel like, a lot of Half-Life influence in this map. Like a ton of Half-Life influence. Shooting rockets at fish. There's some cells. We don't have a we have an LG though. Actually, I'm gonna get another biosuit real fast, or whatever these are called. Oh, it is a biosuit. Okay. think that's the, I think that's the Hydra enemy. That and the eel are the two enemies for this mod. Extras mod. What did that say? It was activated. Rift device activated. Oh, oh, look at this. Okay. I'm using the GL and I have rockers. Chandler or exit. Man, what an incredible map! Holy. I think I just have nothing but good things to say about this map. This is like this is like a 9 out of 10 map. This is a really good level. I mean, like, there's only really small nitpicks I can find with it. Just such a cool level, cool concept. The deep sea works so well with Quake and kind of that Lovecraftian connection there. I think having the trip to the Elder world or the Quake world, whatever you want to call it, from the tech base areas be like via submarine ride is very cool and not something I've ever seen in a Quake map. When you do finally get to kind of this sunken, I don't know what you'd even call this, castle, palace, whatever, temple. I love it's just a complete change of kind of art style. The texture work, the brush work are all excellent. I like just all this map sold kind of a lot of the water effects really well. Like some of these water effects, I've never seen water look this nice in the in Quake 1, like in any other map I've ever played. Yeah, nothing but good things to say about this one. Excellent level. Let's see who that was by. Man, that was so good. That was by Bloodshot. I don't know what the map name is. There's a readme though. Liquidation Central by Bloodshot. The funk_train in this map is prone to getting desynced if you bunny hop around it. Alright, good to know. Alright, well, that was an incredible map by Bloodshot. Bloodshot's a name I do recognize. I believe I've played some of their work before. Alright, next level. Just keep running down the list here. So this one kind of just starts us off in the temple. This is a theme that I do recognize. I forget the name of this theme. It has a strange name, but it's kind of like a Legends of the Hidden Temple, like Aztec map theme. Anything hidden down here? Some fish. An ogre somewhere. Anything over here? Biosuit. So we kind of have like a little find the button thing going on here, which I kind of like. It's simple, but it works. I would like another weapon, but There hasn't been a whole lot of combat yet. I wonder if these suits respawn. I feel like you'd be in a lot of fucking trouble if these suits didn't respawn. You spent too much time like finding the buttons. This looks like it's a secret. I don't know how you would open it though. Buttons around here. Oh shit. Even though this theme does look a little crusty, just a tiny bit, but I do like it quite a bit. I'm a big fan of that like Aztec, like Mesoamerican look. I think that's the correct term, right? I might just be saying random shit that doesn't make any sense. Aztec temples and what have you are all very cool looking. Here's some rockets. I may have missed a GL somewhere. Oh, this area is very cool. Look at this. All these staircases. Up. There we go. Any biosuits around here? That's one thing about kind of underwater sections in Quake maps, is that unlike Half-Life, which will restore your health when you come up for air, Quake does not give a fuck. It will just take all your health and tell you to go fuck yourself. Just does not care. Which can be really rough when you're trying to kind of create underwater sections. You have to kind of keep feeding the player biosuits. Thankfully, Arcane Dimensions kind of solved this. Wait, what the hell? Oh, shit. Okay, that was cool. Pretty neat section down there. Got a like a nice kind of Indiana Jones booby trap. There we go. There's our grenade launcher. Do want to go check out. Did I miss anything down here? There's a bunch of spike shooters. Doesn't look like it. Down here. Oh yeah, there it is. I figured there was probably something down there. This way. There we go. The quad was worth it. Well, that. Oh, there it is. That's a nice nade. Where's the last one? I feel like that those traps could have been a little. I like the trap theme of this so far. It's pretty cool. Again, like giving kind of like Indiana Jones vibes here, just with like a sunken Sunken Temple. I feel like that trap could have been a little more interesting, but I don't know, I'm just kind of nitpicking. Oh. This blue thing. That's pretty cool. It sort of has like an ambient effect to it when you get close to it. That's neat. Alright, so we gotta pick our poison here. Let's try this one. Oh, get to the pentagram. Oh, okay, there we go. Saves. Oof. Sometimes getting out of water is a little awkward in Quake, especially because there seems to be like there's like a current in this room. That's a pretty cool feature. I think that might be specific to this mod. Oh, that's cool. I'm always a appreciator of cool doors, and that was a cool door. That was another fun level, man. We're 2 for 2 with this so far. I will say some of the early combat encounters were a little uninteresting. There was a lot of just kind of swimming around, but it kind of was going for more of like a puzzle vibe, which I'm all right with. I like the kind of it really did make you feel like you're in some kind of temple. Like looking for all the buttons. You have like all the spike shooters and the big crusher thing came down from the ceiling. That was cool. I don't know, overall pretty fun map. No real complaints. Good texture work, good brush work. Who was that by? Some of these old jams are like surprisingly good. There were some really talented people making Quake maps. That was by Gift, a mapper who I've never heard of. Unfortunately, there is no README with that map, so I don't know what the map name is, but it's by Gift. That map was a gift. All right, I actually do recognize this mapper's name. Somebody who I've played one of their maps recently, 2 of their maps recently, I think, in a Quake 2 jam. Oh shit! Okay. Oh my god, there's a fucking squid. Okay. There's fishes all over the place, there's squids, there's a fucking shambler. Jesus. This texture set is kind of weird. It's not like the traditional, like, Quake tech-based texture set. It's like... It looks very strange. I'm not sure how else to put it. Okay, like airlocks. This one is evidently broken. I was trying to shoot that. Oh, hey, look at that. What is that fish doing out of the water? Go kill some demons. What? I don't need to turn it off. I just swim towards it. Is anything up here? This is a weird map. Oh, is this supposed to be like a Doom thing? Yeah, it says UAC. I guess this is supposed to be like Doom textures. Sorta. A lot of mega healths in this map. Oh, there's that 4 I killed earlier. I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. I got a silver key, but I haven't found a silver key door. Okay, I can't open that. I don't know how to get through this door here. I mean, this airlock idea is kind of interesting, I guess. Hitting these buttons to hit them in like a... I kind of lock that door up top on myself. So I have to kind of go through down here now. Oh, okay, here we go. I like how these guys are just walking around under the water. That's very funny. It'd be really funny and really dickish at the same time if there was like a bunch of lightning gun ammo in one of these rooms. Oh, hey, there we go. Take that. There's an actual weapon that isn't a rocket launcher. Let's go to this stupid floor down here. Get rid of you. There we go. Okay, this might be... I don't know. I'm not gonna say this map's bad. I haven't finished it, but so far I'm it's not my favorite. Let's say that. It's just like a little all over the place. The layout is just so wacky, in like not a great kind of way. Probably quick save here. Oh, okay. You can just shoot through those bars, I guess. What did that do? What did this button do? Oh, there's air in here. That's good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through this fan. I feel like this is just gonna give me... Oh, there's a bunch of arrows pointing up here. Okay. At least there seem to be some well-timed air pockets. Use that mega health. These tunnels are a little awkward to kind of swim through. I don't even know where I am anymore. It's locked. Oh, okay. I think I kind of see where I'm at. Seems to be some kind of trap in that room. And, oh, we're just right back in here. Okay. Just like a big loop. I don't even know. I have a gold key now. I don't know what this is for, though. This is... yeah, there's no way through there. And there's nothing really down here either. I mean, if it's creative, if anything. I just feel like I'm kind of a little lost in this level. Okay, we just did a big loop. That's not good. Okay, that's not the way. This mod probably would have benefited from the scuba tank. In Arcane Dimensions, there is a permanent... that was alive. There's like a permanent power-up. It is a scuba tank. And it just allows you to breathe underwater. And you just have it forever. Okay, so we went this way. We went here. Let's press this button though. I don't know what that button did. This just leads us back to this room. I think the problem is a lot of these rooms are just, they all kind of look the same. Like, none of this really looks all that different from one another. And, like, none of these buttons are labeled or tell you what they do. Like, I push that button, like, what does this button do here? I have absolutely no idea what that button does. Yeah, there's no, like, I don't know, these tunnels just all kind of look the same. This area kind of just, I mean, at least there's like a fan here. This big fan is at least like a decent landmark. This just kind of takes us back around to here. There seems to be some kind of like laser trap there that's supposed to shoot me, but the door is just shut, so I don't... It says open though. So like, does this open it? Or like, what does this button do? I don't think that, like, and I guess for the record, I don't think all maps should be like super linear on rails, like just tell you where to go, but I do think maps should kind of lead the player along. Like, you should never really feel lost. There should be like some sense of direction. Like, yeah, you need to go over here. Just kind of nudge the player where you want them to be. This just doesn't do anything anymore. This is just an empty room. What's up here? Nothing up here. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, it's gotta be somewhere kind of this way, right? try and go down here. Oh, this door maybe? Okay, yeah, we haven't been in here yet. I think my confusion there was that that door wasn't, like, labeled as, like, I think that was the gold key door, but it wasn't really labeled as such. Undertow. Right. How do I have... I don't want to use that. There we go. Alright, I don't know what that did. Two more to go. Oh, thank God. Okay, some ammo. Burn the LG on that guy. Yeah, I think that this map's kind of issue is that things just aren't labeled very well here. In my opinion. And here's the exit. Yeah, that map was kind of frustrating. I wasn't a fan. I think the brushwork was probably okay. I think what it was going for wasn't, like, terrible. I think the textures looked a little weird. Like, some of them were just, like, a little flat. It looked like higher res textures that have been, like, compressed. I don't really know how else to describe them. They look kind of strange. The biggest issue was just navigation. There wasn't, like, a clear indicator of where the player needed to go, especially in that one room with the 4 pillars. There's just, like, lots of tunnels, and they all just kind of look the same. It's just like, okay, this tunnel looks like that tunnel, and just like that whole tunnel network and that whole area needed to be a little more distinct or streamlined, you know, one or the other. But it felt like there was a whole kind of area down there, and it all looked the same, and there was a lot of it, and it was very kind of confusing. That gold key door also was not very noticeable, and it wasn't really marked super well. So yeah, that one, not as great as the first two, that's for sure. Certainly was an underwater map, one of the maps of all time. That was Board Ant Reactor by Ish. Ish is a mapper who I've actually played some of their maps recently in some of the Quake 2 stuff that I've been playing. So it definitely kind of felt like one of their maps. Moving on. Whoa, what the hell? No air. That was cool. That was, conceptually, that was really cool. Can you go back through? I can't go back. Okay. Alright. Looks like we're going into the water here. Pathing on those Death Knights is a little wonky, or those Knights was a little wonky. definitely very plain compared to some of the last maps. In terms of it's like texture usage. I do like this weird bridge though. It's very cool. Yeah, this map kind of feels like something from like an older era. Visually speaking. I wonder if there's a way to kind of jump across all these. Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit. I don't know if there's a way out of the water. Just looking for some goodies down here. Does not appear like there is a way out of the water. Down we go. Oh, what the hell? A little bit strange I can't shoot that vent, but I could shoot the exact same one above. I would have used a different texture there. It's kind of strange, like visually speaking this map looks like kind of nice in some areas, but then like you have these like tunnels that are just kind of all one texture. You have like some strange things like the texture usage right here, how it just like abruptly changes mid-wall to a different texture. But you have some like interesting brushwork in some areas of this map. It's not breakable. Cars withdrawing, alright. That was cool. Oh, that's just the way we came. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So get rid of these ogres up here first. I don't even know I had a grenade launcher. I don't know when I picked that up. Oh, maybe it was on that corner there. Right. Back there. Oh, fucking eel. Get out of here. I think these eels later appeared in Arcane Dimensions. Good timing on that biosuit. look for a switch. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. That one, and then I gotta get out of here. I have no idea where the other switch might be. I don't know if this is supposed to be it. It's broken. Oh nice, these biosuits are respawning. That's helpful. We'll check out down here. There's something down there. This would be a really good section for like a giant underwater enemy. There's unfortunately no such thing in Quake. It's kind of a bummer how there is no like there's not a lot of boss enemies in Quake. You do some you could like potentially do some really cool boss enemies. Mini boss type enemies in Quake. Oh, this hasn't respawned. Maybe it doesn't respawn? These bars withdraw? I guess they did. Let's go check out what's up here. Okay, I guess that's just a shortcut back. That suit does respawn, it just takes a minute, I guess. Anything down here? Some good stuff down there, alright. It's very dark down here. It's kind of interesting. I don't think the squid enemies... Yeah, I don't think these weird squid things ever made it to Arcane Dimensions. Or if they did, I've never seen them used, so... I mean, they're kind of cool. Yes, I don't even know where the silver key door... Oh, I guess it's back at the start, wasn't it? Gold key up there. Is this platform always here? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm losing. I don't remember this platform being here before when I was trying to jump across to over there. Something else I noticed, the nail gun ejects like shells now. That's kind of strange. Oh, fuck me. Damn it. There we go. Probably should have grabbed that earlier, but whatever. Little secret on the way out. I don't want to go in that one. There we go. That was okay. I kind of like what they were going for. Just like some weird, like, water processing facility or something. I like the usage of, like, some of the textures were nice. If that make, like, some of the texture usage I really like. Just, like, lots of rusted metal and oxidized copper. I thought it looked pretty good. A little plain though, like there wasn't a lot of variety in the textures. It was a lot of just like, you know, here's a big wall with one texture. Like I said, it kind of felt like something out of like an older era. Like this map feels like very dated, like something for like like 2014. It feels like something from like 2010 or whatever. It felt very, very old. It wasn't a bad map though by any means. I really like the intro. The intro was easily the best part. That was very cool, just having like that floating teleporter. And it's like, I don't know, you're underwater. You better go get in that teleporter. I like the urgency from an intro like that. It is kind of a shame that there was no like underwater monster for that one big room. That would have been very cool. Like underwater enemies are just something Quake lacks. Like Dusk has that big fish. Half-Life has the ichthyosaur. But you know, Quake just doesn't really have anything. That map was by JCR, and that map was Farius Aqueducts by JCR. Roughly inspired by Clanker's Cavern from Banjo-Kazooie, and personal experiences of touching seaweed in murky water as a child. Probably my largest map yet. Well, there you go. Clanker's Cavern, that is a certainly a map. Certainly a level, I guess I should say. It's interesting the way we think of like these as maps, and then like levels are like kind of, I always feel like are something different. Like this is like a Quake map. I don't think of it as like a level. That's like more associated with like Nintendo stuff. Like Bob-omb Battlefield, it's like a level. You wouldn't say it's like Bob-omb Battlefield is a map. Alright, moving on. Ooh, I like this. Very classic texture set here. I like how the spikes here just barely stick out of the wall. It looks really nice. Got some crushers down here. The brushwork on this map is very nice. One thing I love is I love how like they kind of just mix in these glowing runes with the rune blocks. Always a big fan of that, where it's just like some of them are glowing, some of them aren't. It's very cool looking. Oh, this looks cool. Yeah, this is a really nice brushwork on this map. An awkwardly placed ogre there. I like this, like, it's like a rib cage or something. It's very neat. Button. There we go. I don't know what that button... Underwater? Still don't have a nail gun. Maybe I missed it somewhere. They're very keen to give me a lot of nails, though. There we go. Yeah, like, despite using only a couple of textures, this map just does it so well. Like, it's like, kind of masters this like, classic theme. Just everything is, like, so spot on. Like, the trims. I love how the staircase is, kind of, what would you call it? It has, like, a little pattern that kind of flips back and forth. Looks really nice. The brushwork here is really the standout feature, though. The environment just kind of pops so much. Did that ogre just, like, fall from the sky? Oh, maybe jump to that portal up there. I guess if I were to levy like any kind of one criticism against this map, it hasn't really done much with the combat encounters. Like, this room is a little awkward to kind of fight in. I think that was supposed to be sort of a fight and wait for this key to lower. Also, there's like a weird bug happening here. Actually, I think that noise is the crushers down in the basement. That's kind of annoying. Or not the basement, the underwater tunnels. I think that's where that sound is coming from. I don't even remember where the silver key door is. Oh, here it is. Perfect. What's that in there? A yellow armor. There we go. Just like a little air pocket you can go into, I suppose. It's above, alright. See, that's kind of the thing that sucks with these underwater areas. It's like it's hard to kind of hard to gather your super nail gun. Oh wait, it's difficult to like kind of get your bearings down here when you have to constantly come up for air. So if you're down there for like a minute, then you got to come back up, then you got to go back down. This crusher is kind of bugged by these zombies. That might be a problem. I don't know if I can get through there. Might be the way to. Okay, see, I'm like, God, why am I slow? Okay. Alright, that was annoying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these I feel like underwater sections need to just be, like, either real fast in and out, or, like, you need to give the player a biosuit if you're gonna have, like, that much underwater shit. It's very frustrating doing underwater where you just have to, like, okay, go up for air, go back down, go up for air, go back down, go up for air, go back down. It's just, like, it's just not very fun, I think, personally. There's also, like, I see what the mapper's trying to do here. There's a little bit of Valve-style blue balling in that underwater area where they kind of throw a bunch of zombies at you, but no way to kill them. Because you don't have a, unless there's probably a secret I missed somewhere, I'm sure, but I don't have a grenade launcher yet, so I just kind of have to swim past them and hope for the best. Okay, that's the way, I guess. Or... yeah. Oh, that lifts that gate. Okay. So we do have to go back down. Is it over here? No. I'm trying to find this super nail gun again. Oh, here it is. Oh, is that gate timed? Oh, it is. Okay. I don't even... What I'm saying is, like, when you're kind of always on the clock, that you can't... I feel like you don't want to overwhelm the player too much. I feel like there's a little too much happening down here, at least in my opinion. It's like the zombies, and trying to constantly come up for air. There we go, there's the biosuit. I would have probably just put a biosuit at the start of that section, maybe. Just give the player a chance to kind of figure out what the hell they're doing. There's our grenade launcher. Ah, there's another biosuit. Alright. Actually don't know where we're going now. This just kind of takes us back to the start here. I do like the idea that you're kind of opening up, like you're kind of coming up through the water and opening up, like, I guess this up top area. I think it's pretty cool. I think that's an interesting concept of opening up the upper area from below. That button did. Oh, I see. Okay. That opens this. Yeah, okay. What? This like squid has a weird attack that like slows you down that I really don't like. Let's get rid of all of you. It's a dead end. So do I have to figure out how you would go about this? So I feel like this door closes too fast. You'd have to hit this button and run over here. Do you do one of these, maybe? Yeah, you could do one of these. I don't know if this would. Where does this take you? Okay, so you could do one of those and then swim down, hit this button and swim. Okay. This is kind of getting to be some like speedrun shit. I don't know about this. I just already fucked it up. This is like perhaps a little obnoxious. All you. I don't even think I'm in the right area. There. Okay. Let's come over here. There we go. It was very goofy. I mean, the puzzle itself wasn't like terrible. It just was I don't know. It was asking quite a bit of the player. I guess it's something you don't really see in Quake maps. It's something like that. I guess it's a testament to the map's design that I did figure it out. So it's kind of hard to hate on something like that when you able to figure it out. I think I'm just mostly annoyed at that underwater section. Kind of how kind of not fun that was. I think if there was just more biosuits, or if there was like a permanent underwater. Man, that scrag got scrambled. Jesus. I think if there was just like a permanent kind of underwater like breathing power up or something like that, I would have had less issue with that section. A quad over there. How do you get that? One more to go. I think that's for the quad, I assume, right? It's over here. No, it's not for the quad, it's for the door here. There we go. I think that Vor gibbed itself. I shot the nade at it, and then I think that it hit a projectile on the wall here. I just got gibbed, self-gibbed. I do kind of like this, I think this ending is really cool, kind of going over the whole map again, but from like way above is a very cool idea. Let's see where this teleporter takes you. Oh. Is there... Okay, I'm just gonna... I guess there's like no quick way back up. Oh, there's a shortcut there. Okay. And I think that's the exit. Very cool level. Like, visually, very, very nice. It absolutely killed the theme, in a good way. Like, it just did such a good job with this theme. The brushwork was really nice, like, very high-quality brushwork here. Good texture usage all around. I think that one underwater section, though, just sort of, grinded me down a little bit. I think underwater sections in general are just kind of annoying. I definitely would have given the player like a biosuit going into that underwater, like a maze, let's call it. It kind of tried to go for like I said, like a valve blue balling thing. Valve blue balling, by the way, is where you you kind of put the player in a situation where they need a certain weapon a whole bunch, but you don't quite give it to them yet. A good example of this is Ravenholm in Half-Life 2, where you don't get a shotgun until like halfway through Ravenholm, or like maybe like 3/4 of the way through, let's say, 2/3, whatever. And then you finally get the shotgun. It's like, oh, cool, we have a shotgun, perfect. Let's kill some zombies. And yeah, that's kind of what was happening here. Is like there's a bunch of zombies. I don't have a way to give them. And then yeah, it was kind of annoying having them kind of chuck shit at you and block your way while also having to worry about your breath and having to continuously come back up. I think one way to mitigate that would have just been to give the player a bunch of biosuits. Or even just like one at the start of the maze, just to make it a little bit easier. I think the little speedrun thing was kind of interesting. A little timed event. You kind of don't see that in a lot of Quake maps, where the player has to do like a little, like, you know, some timed button presses where you have to like press one button, then like run through a door, press another button, run through that door. I don't see that all too often in a lot of these maps. I think it worked decently well here. I think most of my frustration was just with the initial kind of maze part of that underwater section. I don't know. I kind of wonder though if like a more casual player would have gotten what they were supposed to do there. That'd be only like that'd be my only concern, but I don't know. Anyways, cool map. Some fun combat encounters and what have you. Who was that? Who made this? That was by Muck. That was Pain Monopoly by Muck. What an interesting name. No other information here. Single player map for Underwater Jam on Funk Message Board. Alright, we have a few more maps to go here. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to go, okay. Oh, alright. It's like another underwater lab situation. Really going for the lab thing. Are these Half-Life textures? Yeah, this is a Half-Life texture right here. Oh, that's cool. You just blow some of this stuff up. Interesting. Get back to work. Alright. Seal tight.
Alright, Simmons, welcome aboard. Our first job's simple enough. We're gonna run a quick purge on the air tanks for our permanent residents. I'm shutting down the security protocols now. All I need you to do is press the button on the wall over there.
Oh look, it's a Shub McGrath underwater.
You feel that, Simmons? The air is already fresher. Now I'll just reactivate the security protocols. Oh. Simmons, Can you hear me? Get to the elevator. They're coming. You need to get to the circle.
See, that's how you do voice acting in a map. That didn't sound too bad. I played a Quake 2 map recently that tried to do voice acting, and it sounded just downright awful. That wasn't too bad though. Let's see a secret here. It's really weird seeing all these Half-Life textures in play here. Or in use, whatever. Wish I had a super shotgun. Anyways. This is why I would like a super shotgun, because now I have to do this. Granted, this is probably, even with a super shotgun, that probably wasn't a very interesting encounter. Just a fiend down to straight hallway. Just have to kind of... I don't have enough ammo to kill that thing. Just have to kind of run away. Oh shit, okay. I was not expecting that. Oh, at least the fiend can't get me now. I'm not gonna waste ammo on those guys.
The central elevator is right up ahead. You'll need my keycard, so I dropped it into the ventilation shaft. It should end up in the vents on the far side of the locker room.
This guy, you know who this guy sounds like? He sounds kind of like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. He sounds a little bit like Mr. Burns. I don't know if that's what he was going for with this voice. There's a vending machine. Wow, it doesn't even give me health when I blow it up. Let's check up here. All of these fights have just been like enemies coming at me in a straight line. It's kind of goofy. I still don't have a nail gun. I'm sure that's like a secret somewhere I probably missed. Your way up there? I don't even know if there's any goodies up there. I mean, that was just kind of a dick move. I like this little valve here, this very crude It's supposed to be a valve made out of brushes. I don't know. This map is definitely not the best, but there's like a certain charm to it. I don't know what charm, but it has a charm.
You made it. The elevator is right through that warehouse. The door is activated by buttons up on the gangways. If you can get into the armory, there should be something in there to help you stay alive.
Okay, I think Mr. Burns. There we go. A regular nail gun. Yeah, that's okay. Let's hope for a little more firepower in there, you know. A grenade launcher, maybe some rockets, I don't know. And there's the Black Mesa shipping container. I feel like this would just work better as a Half-Life map. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what they were going for, but they made it a Quake map for whatever reason. Just like everything about this screams a Half-Life map. Grab that ammo.
Press the button to bring down the lift.
Oh, there's Chub right out there, right out the window. That was a real slow elevator. This would be like a cool Half-Life map, right? Like you're in an underwater, it's like Black Mesa facility, and everything's kind of going to shit. I think something like this would be like a really good concept for a Half-Life map. I gotta play more Half-Life stuff. Like, there's a lot of like really good like one-off maps that I've seen. They're just kind of annoying to load up, unfortunately. Like with Quake stuff, you just kind of... It's very easy to load up a Quake map and install it. It's a little more annoying with Half-Life. Just get on the elevator. Tells me I should get off the elevator. Even with these tiny little platforms, the Death Knights can still juke your nades like absolute pros.
You did it, Simmons. So help me, you did it. Tell the headquarters that we have a breach in the underwater facility. Simmons, it's been an honor. I need to make sure our residents don't follow you. This last job is simple enough. All I need to do is press the button on the wall. Over here. Goodbye, Simmons.
Well, alright then. Yeah, not a great map. I like the voice. Like I said, it reminded me of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I kind of see what they're trying to do, like escape an underwater facility. This feels like it would have been better suited for like Half-Life. I mean, it used a lot of Half-Life textures. I don't know. It felt very out of place for Quake. It didn't really feel or look like a Quake map. Maybe like as an alkaline map, this would have worked better, like in terms of theming. Yeah, I didn't mind the voice acting. I didn't mind the little narrative they were setting up. The combat encounters were all terrible. A lot of the brushwork and the rooms and the visuals don't look great as well. There's a certain charm to this map. Maybe just the voice acting kind of carries it a little bit. But yeah. It's definitely probably the weakest of this pack so far. That was by Muzzboz. I'm probably saying that wrong. Bad Day at the Research Complex. A little on the nose by Muzzboz. Let's see. Nothing really interesting in here. Voice acting. Interesting. Okay, so the voice acting wasn't done by the map creator. It was done by Brendan Barrett, is listed as the credit in here. All right. Well, that's that. That was a fun little romp. Next map. Let's keep it going. I have to say this jam kind of started off very strong and then has been declining in quality a little bit. Hopefully we end strong though. This is already off to a interesting start. This looks very stylized. I don't know if I like the water here. It looks kind of weird. I think this is supposed to be like some big undersea cavern. Ooh, that looks bad. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of this is just like one solid texture. And just like, I think we're supposed to be in like an underwater cave of some kind, but like it's so flat. I say this all the time, and I guess I'll repeat myself once again. When doing like rocks and kind of like natural like cave walls and rocks, that sort of thing is very hard to get right in like any kind of brush-based game like Half-Life or Quake. You run the risk of making your rocks too smooth or too spiky, and these fall on the too smooth. You just have these big flat walls. These giant, just slabs of rock. Let's see, anything down here? Oh, it's just underwhelming secret. I don't even have a nail gun. This area kind of looks like a sandcastle almost. Get rid of you guys. What did that say? Fortress doors open. Okay. I think that was kind of back. That set of doors made no noise, which is kind of weird. Here's another super shotgun. Well, there's the exit. Can I just leave now? Thankfully, this map seems pretty short, so... I don't know what's going. There's just like random like wooden like trims like these. This is like area like we're in a cave, but it's just made of wood. Then you have like this big metal area. Okay, that's obviously not what that opened. Oh, it opened this. This is the fortress. It's like made of rock. This is like these are like rock textures. The nail gun is being lowered. Okay, thank you for letting me know. The regular nail gun is being lowered. Nail gun is ready. The nail gun is ready. That is maybe one of the funniest messages I've ever seen in this game. Oh man, I just tanked that nade. Jesus. Oh fuck, I tanked that one too. I have to shoot these instead of touching them. It's unusual. Oh, that's just okay. Oh, don't fall down there, I guess. Oh, there's like a pit of lava or something. I kind of want to see what's under here. It's like a secret room or. I don't know if this is the intended way. This is so just bizarre. Like everything about this map is just bizarre. It just feels like experimental almost. Okay, so this was like the alternative route, I guess. I guess I just don't get that green armor or that yellow armor now. Yeah, that door makes no noise, which is just very like none of the doors in this map make any noise, which I think is just very weird. Need this silver key. I need this silver key. Where do I get the silver key from? Oh, okay, never mind. You can go this way, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, I get that yellow on me now. We're just like in a totally different part of the map. What the hell? Quad? I don't care. You just stay down there. This really feels like an old map. Is this the elevator? Oh, it is. Okay. Kind of an interesting idea here, actually. I'll give him credit. With the, like the little circular area with the shambler, I mean. Okay, those don't open, I guess. little... Come on. There we go. I like how the nail shooters are just like these big blue... these just like blue rectangles in the ceiling. Everything about this map is just so rough. I wonder if this is somebody's first map. It feels like it. Oh, fine. Oh. Right, there we go. Oh, and now we're out here. Okay. I have the gold key. I don't know what that'll do for me, though. I don't even remember where the gold key door was. Here, maybe? Oh, yeah. Okay. Bridge extended. Wow. That was one of the maps of all time, that's for sure. I mean, definitely, it had to have been a new mapper. At least they seem to understand scale, and it wasn't just like some 250 monstrosity with like a giant room. So it seemed like it kind of understood what was going on. It just didn't look very good. It's what I mean by that is it kind of understood like how to form like a cohesive layout with keys and whatnot. Like I knew how to navigate the map, right? It just looked really bad. Like everything was very chunky and blocky, and there was like the doors didn't make noise for some reason, and the texture and the brushwork was not very good. The one fight that I did find interesting was that Shambler, where you drop down to the beginning of an area. In theory, that's a really cool idea, where you like run into a Shambler, and then you know the Shambler is going to be coming to you. But the Shambler kind of bugged out, and he just like he didn't like come, because I figured like I think the idea of the encounter is like you fall down back to the start of those stairs, and then the Shambler is going to like run towards you down the stairs. He's gonna like do a big like loop around, so you kind of know he's coming to you, so you have to like go meet him, or you can kind of like come up with like a plan from there, I guess. I don't know, kind of an interesting concept though, but the Quake's AI just kind of doesn't allow for that, I guess, because the Shambler just wants to like sit there and just like look at you, because they don't know how to like path find super well. They just kind of know how to beeline for the player. So I think it was an interesting idea that just didn't work because of Quake's AI. That was a map by Nyo, N-Y-O. Nyo. The Drowning Moon by Neo. This map was made by Underwater Jam. Thanks to members of the Quake Mapping Discord. JC, doesn't say if it was their first map or not, so. Alright, 2 maps to go. We're almost there. Hopefully the quality ticks up a little bit. Ooh, that looks cool. Look at this. Ourselves. Oh, nice. There we go. Got dogs jumping down from. And these like catwalks up here. I like the skybox here. It's nice. A sunny day. It's a lot of enemies. Okay, there we go. I like the underside of that little lift there. It's pretty cool. It's like, kill all this shit. I'll get back to that. Okay. This lift looks pretty cool. I like these runes on the bottom there. Just kind of lifting it up. Oh, there's a secret invisibility down there. I don't know where that came from. The fucking backpack just fell out of the sky. I didn't really care for this encounter. It was kind of messy. This room is really cool. I see what they're going for here with all these platforms, but I think this encounter needed a little bit more structure to it. Because it was like, I come down from this lift, first of all, I only have a boomstick, which isn't very good for taking out, like, huge groups. It takes a lot of time to kill enemies, even though these are, like, lower tier enemies. But you have this huge room, and you have, like, knights and stuff, and they all just kind of swarm you at this choke point. So it's kind of hard to, like, get to kind of break out from here. I almost would have preferred if there was, like a door here, and the door kind of locks you in, and then you kind of, you know, you come up here, you grab, like, the super shotgun, and then, like, a cool combat encounter begins, where, like, a bunch of death knights and stuff kind of come out. You can even have some enemies before the super shotgun, or the nail gun, or whatever you want to give the player. That whole encounter was just so unstructured, though. It just didn't work super well, because a lot of these enemies were just, like, getting stuck under the elevator, too, so... Anyways, let's continue. Have to boomstick that squid. I like the brushwork here on the walls. Looks nice. There's another squid. See, there's a lot of enemies for only having a boomstick. I kind of talk about this a lot, but like, you really need to either commit to giving the player a lot of nails or, like, you know, grenades. Like, if you're going to have the player main a weapon that is not the super shotgun, you really need to kind of commit to doing so. Oh, this thing slowed me, so I can't move now. And this map is not really doing so, which is kind of frustrating. It's not really giving me a whole lot of nails to use, and I don't have a super shotty yet, so... Let's beeline it for this armor. Just an air pocket. I'm really just looking for a better weapon at this point. I guess some health. Oh, cool, there's a spawn in here. There's just... How many enemies are in this map? Jesus. I'm still just, like, boomsticking stuff. Yeah, it feels like there's really no structure to this level. Like, this level visually doesn't look terrible, but it's just, like... Again, there's just, like, too many enemies for the kind of weapons that I have. A lot of these rooms, like, that first room, like, wasn't terrible. Now, like, these rooms are just very, yeah, just like monster spam. Oh, here we go. I guess that helps. There we go. Jesus. Yeah, generally speaking, I'm not a fan of levels that kind of act like this, where there's just like a shitload of enemies, and it's just kind of spamming enemies at you over and over. I like more structured encounters. I think the level itself should feel like an enemy, and it should be kind of like let's say, smart in a way, and kind of know, like, okay, well, the player's going to go over here and do this, so I will kind of craft an ambush like this, or I'll have an encounter that's set up like this that requires, you know, this of the player. When you just, like, spam enemies like this, there's really not a lot of thought put into it. It's just like, oh, there's a shitload of enemies. Especially when I don't have a weapon for that. I mean, I do now, but... Yeah, like I said, there's nothing wrong with having the player main a different gun, because I do know some people don't like the fact that, like, the super shotgun is the workhorse of this game, and they kind of just see it as, like, a boring weapon. That's fine, but you need to like, appropriately, like, you need to give players enough nails if you want to do, like, the nail gun. You need to give the player enough rockets if you want to do rockets, or the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is a really fun weapon if you want to make that, like, the primary workhorse gun of the game. I honestly don't think that's, like, a bad idea. I've seen it done really well in a lot of maps. It's just you actually have to, again, you actually have to do the thing by, like, giving players the ammo for it. You can't just not give them the ammo. Yeah, like, I like the art style of this level. These kind of, like, this like white and blue temple looks really cool. There we go. Damn, I don't know if I can make this jump. And, like, just... I mean, I can RJ over it, but I'm not going to. I think that'd be a waste. I think this rust here is a little out of place, though. I'll say that. Like, these kind of, like, rusted structures look very strange. They look very out of place in this kind of, like, ancient temple. And then you just have, like, a bunch of weird kind of rust. Okay, I have a silver key. Where's the... It's over here. Yeah, these are like tech-based textures. They look very, very out of place in this like temple type map. Yeah, we're kind of like changing themes here a little bit, which is kind of strange. Let's go down. Like, we're changing themes and it's not done in like a super graceful way, I should say. I do love like the this area does look pretty cool. They could have made like a cool maze down here or something. It's very kind of moody. Lack of lights. Water is rising to level 1. Okay, I see what we're doing. Just let those guys fight it out. Kind of a cool section, just keep raising the water. The only thing I'll say about this is I don't think it's using the water mechanics super well. like, just having you swim up to the next floor isn't very interesting, I guess. Just like, oh, the water's raised. There's like nothing really changes, if that makes any sense. You just kind of, like, you could have just been an elevator, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, it would have perhaps been more interesting if you had to, like, swim past some sort of, more just kind of monster spam there. It would have been more interesting if you had to, like, swim past some kind of obstacle or something. I don't know. So just kind of swim up to the next level and that's it. Now we're back with this kind of blue theme here. I guess this like rusted theme is supposed to be like the basement of the temple or something. I don't know. It's like I think I should have just stuck with this kind of ancient like blue and white temple theme instead of even bothering with like the rust. Just looks out of place. The top floor is accessible now. From where? How do we get there? Do I have to go back? The upper temple is now accessible. Does it expect me to go down and hit this button again? Maybe? Oh, I guess through here? Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. That's like pretty cool. That's a good way to do it. Is you kind of like recontextualize it. That's like another thing you can do with kind of raising the water levels. You kind of recontextualize areas that you've previously been in. That's kind of another thing you can do. It didn't really do that. I mean, it kind of did, just for like that one little part there. Where's this other death line? Oh, there you are. You know, I don't even know where the gold key door is. This room looks nice, at the very least. I guess I go back down now? Back to the start, maybe? Oh shit, nope, this is where we've been already. Are these areas all gonna be... No, okay, that's good. I was worried this area was gonna be like flooded or something. No, this is just like a dead end. I'm generally not sure where the door was. I'm sure I ran past it, I just don't remember. It does kind of help to have like directions, like kind of directional. Oh, there we go. Okay, just way down here. That wasn't too bad. That's one thing about Quake, is that I think sometimes mappers forget that there's like no navigation tools in this game whatsoever. Exit. Those exit sides were kind of cheesy. Kind of a mixed bag of a map. It didn't really have any, like, besides the first combat encounter, like, every subsequent combat encounter was just not thought out. It was just like the mapper randomly placed monsters. Like, big hordes of monsters. I think this was, like, one of the highest monster count maps of, like, all the maps I played. Having more monsters doesn't make your map better. You actually have to, like, think about, like, how the player, like, you have to think about, like, how the player's going to take the fight, you know, and how the monsters are going to kind of attack the player. You can't just, I feel like just, like, throwing a horde of, like, you know, knights or death knights or whatever at the player just doesn't ever work. It's very boring. You want the map itself to feel alive. You want the, you know, you want it to kind of react to what the player, you know, thinks the best play is, and then kind of, you know, trick them or whatever. You know, have interesting fights that are unexpected. Like surprise the player. Not necessarily ambush, but just kind of surprise them. You know, catch them off guard. And yeah, this map just didn't do any of that. The visuals were kind of weird because you had this nice, like, blue and like white temple, which I think looked really good, but then you have like these areas that kind of just like completely shifted over to a different texture style, and it looked really bad, and like it was a very jarring shift. Yeah, I don't know, I didn't really care for that one too much. It had a couple interesting ideas, but it didn't really execute well on them. Like, the idea of kind of recontextualizing the entire map by flooding it is kind of cool, but it didn't really go through with that. That was Even Flow by Pinchy. Yeah, it was okay. Alright, last map. I think it's been a while since I played a jam like this. Oh wait, nope, wrong command. Oh, okay. Gonna end on a high note. Appreciate it. This is really, I like this intro here with these the trees and the water coming in. It's very cool. That is also very cool. Down we go. Okay, we can't go through those. Oh yeah, this looks nice. I love the lighting in here. The kind of colored blue lights in here look really great. It's a lot of fish. Got a lot of shotgun shells. The foliage in this map looks really nice as well. Or I guess this would be like moss kind of growing. Let's get some air. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's locked. something I appreciate here is the very subtle kind of lack of kind of greenery as we go to the more inhabited parts of this temple. Just a really subtle sort of change in the art there. Those bars are really cool, like how they're like bars inside of bars. I like this too, this little like wooden bridge. Little wooden bridges these guys are putting down. I don't know why I did that. Waste of a rocket there. I don't even see this. There we go. I like these pillars, how they kind of slope inwards towards the middle here. Lots of death knights. Oh my god, that's a lot of eels. Get rid of them. Yeah, this map just like oozes with atmosphere. I love it. These stairs are a little awkward though, if I can nitpick a little bit. Just because it kind of like intersects with the door here. I would have maybe just made these like a little bit fatter and just kind of push them back so that they start with this pillar. I don't know. Again, look how cool those bars are, and I love how they stick out of the ground slightly. Fuck. There we go. Oof, that was close. I didn't see that that whole room there had like an air pocket in the ceiling. I was trying to like go up between that little I don't even know what that was, in the little decorative piece hanging down. this the way? Oh no, over here. Got that health. See what I'm saying? Nice little bits of direction. There we go. Super nail gun. Ah, there we go. So there's a super nail gun, there's usually a shambler. And here's the exit. Oh, look at these rocks. These are nice rocks. Man, what a fantastic level. Nothing but good things to say. Really, really great atmosphere. Such a good use of foliage, too. Foliage is another thing that's really hard to pull off in Quake 1 because, you know, it's Quake 1. So you don't see a lot of maps that kind of do foliage all that well, but just like having those areas that are just like completely just covered in moss. And again, I love how the early areas that aren't inhabited by any of the monsters have like way more foliage and moss, and then the areas that are inhabited by the monsters have less. I like that detail. The brushwork was spot on. There's that pillar that I was talking about that I really liked. The brushwork was the brushwork was spot on. The texturing was spot on. Some fun encounters. Easy to navigate. All around, just a fantastic level. Nothing but good things to say. A great way to bookend this jam here. And that's it. That is a underwater jam. That map was The Long Way Round by Pritchard. Thank you, Pritchard, for bookending this jam here. Description: you were out hunting at night in the rain in the woods. You fell down a hole. Good job. Coho textures. Those are the ones I was talking about earlier. The coho textures are the that was the one temple map. The second map I played in the jam had, I believe, used coho textures. That was the gift map, I want to say. I believe there's a whole jam based around those texture sets. I don't remember if those maps were any good, though. I think I played it a long time ago. That's it. So that is Underwater Jam. Overall, some really fun maps. It kind of dipped in quality there in the middle, and then it was kind of brought up towards the end. Like we kind of started on a really high note, we then dipped down, then we kind of ended on a high note with that that last map. Overall, pretty cool. I think if I learned anything, it's that underwater sections are still kind of annoying. Mainly just because you don't have a lot of breath in Quake. You don't even have like a meter for breath. Like in Half-Life, they'll tell you how much oxygen you have left, so you kind of know, like, okay, I need to go find air. You know, Quake doesn't have that. Half-Life will also refill any health you lost because of being out of breath. Quake also doesn't do that. The health is just gone. So yeah, underwater sections can be very frustrating. Especially if you keep the player underwater for too long. I think it's pretty important that you just give the player like biosuits, or Arcane Dimensions, I guess, sort of solved this, like I was talking about earlier with the scuba tank power up. It's just like a very easy solution to this problem. But without the help of Arcane Dimensions and the scuba tank, I guess you're kind of reliant on just biosuits. I think the lesson to learn here across all these maps is to just keep the underwater sections short and to the point. Don't have like too confusing of an area underwater. Just, you know, have it be like quick little sections, just kind of in and out. And then, yeah, I have lots of air pockets as well, unless you're trying to kind of do a timed thing where the player has to be, like, you know, quick. But again, the short and to the point thing, I believe, still holds true there. Anything else? Any other thoughts? I guess thanks to all the mappers in thanks to all the mappers in 2018 for putting this together. Appreciate it. I know some of these guys are still mapping. I recognize some of these names. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one. GG.